Okay guys, so today we're going to talk about BNB Tiger. Yeah, I have some very exciting news for you guys concerning a BNB Tiger. But just before we get into BNB Tiger, guys, I've noticed something very interesting with Bitcoin. So let's quickly first check out BTC here. Now, guys, we see that Bitcoin is going through a temporary pullback. In my opinion, that's exactly what's occurring. I believe this will be a temporary pullback that is getting ready to occur here with Bitcoin. Now, I've just pulled it up here on the monthly charts. This is on the monthly charts. Now, as I've said it before in previous TA videos about Bitcoin, nothing goes up forever. And I've noticed that there's like now 1, 2, 3, 4 monthly green monthly candles, guys. You see, so it was only a matter of time before we have that red monthly candle. And I think there's a high chance, a very high probability that we're about to have the first red monthly candle after a long period of these green candles. Now, like I said, I think this is just a temporary correction, and I'm personally expecting it to come all the way down and test out this level right here, to probably bounce off this blue line right here. What line is that? Is that the 50-day? It's going to bounce off this, probably. It might bounce or it may pierce it a little bit, and look where it's at, guys. Around 99,000 or around 100 grand. Around 99 to 100 grand, let's say $100,000. So I'm thinking that there's a high possibility that Bitcoin may tumble down to 100K imminently and bounce from around that area and continue higher than its previous all-time high, which was around what, 123,000. Yes, it may come down here similarly to what it did right here. You see that? When it peaked at 109, it came all the way back down to $74,000, and then it continued upwards. So it may be doing something similar to that, because we just had like 4 green monthly candles, guys. It was just a matter of time before we have that red candle on the monthly. So I'm telling you all of this so you guys can be on alert, because we all know that whenever Bitcoin moves by an inch, the altcoins move by a mile, guys. I'm talking about whenever it crashes. We would to God that it would behave that way whenever it pumps as well. But unfortunately it doesn't. When Bitcoin moves just a little bit, the alts just take a smashing, terrible beating. So you guys might want to be aware of that. Expect that. You see, right now it's currently at $115,000. So just imagine if it were to tumble down to 100K, guys. All of these alts, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, Shiba Inu, they're going to be affected, guys. They're going to tumble down some, some more than others. So I'm just showing you guys this so that you may get a heads up. I'm not expecting this to be the big crash. No, this is just a correction, is what I'm thinking. And it could correct all the way down to this blue line right here, guys, right around here. And if it tumbles down there, it's going to affect all these other coins. This is the heads up, guys, that there's a tumble that is coming, not only for Bitcoin, but for majority, if not all these other coins out there. Okay, so this is just a heads up warning, guys. So enough about Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is not the star of this show. No, it's not. The star of this show, guys, is definitely BNB Tiger. Yes, is it? Right. So this is BNB Tiger, guys. BNB Tiger is now at 10, and it's at 11 zeros, guys. And I'm pretty sure that many of you guys out there may be wondering, like, why is BNB Tiger suddenly just, starting to get up? It seems like the tiger is about to awaken. Well, check this out. I'll tell you the good news in a second. Check this out, guys. BNB Tiger, since its inception, right, it has been in a pennant formation. And in my opinion, this is my opinion, because with trading, the pennant formation, the triangular pennant formation can either be bullish or bearish. And look at this triangle formation right here. This was a pennant that is BNB Tiger has been in for, let's say, just over a year, I think. You know, a couple of months, a number of months, guys. It has been in a bullish pennant. So it's going to be no surprise whenever it makes this explosive move, which, like I said, I personally believe the breakout from this pennant will be bullish, as we're seeing right now. I believe that it has not yet necessarily confirmed the breakout. I'm looking for it to smash this level of resistance right here at the 11.016 area. Let's say the 16 area. Whenever it smashes this level right here, which is obviously a level of resistance, it smashes this, which I'm pretty sure it's going to do that very soon. I'm going to tell you guys why. It's going to come up here, right? At its all-time high after that one, after smashing that 11.16 area, the all-time high was like 2.3 at the 11.023 area. Whenever, guys, we see BNB Tiger smashes that level, oh my goodness, BNB Tiger is going to go into price discovery. It's going to go into new territories. You can expect, especially that 5x move that I shared with you guys in my previous video. I saw that BNB Tiger got up and did a 5x. I'm expecting that 5x move imminently, guys, especially whenever it smashes these two levels. 11.016, 11.023, which is its all-time high. And it's getting ready to do that, guys. It's getting ready to do that. And that's what we've been waiting for. It's going to do that 5x like nothing. And then comes the bigger pump, the overnight surprise, I call it, where one night we all go to sleep and then the next morning, I don't know, whatever it is happened. I think, like I've shared with you guys already, my guess is that something happens with BTC and probably it spikes and starts to tumble. And then the reaction is going to fling BNB Tiger literally over the moon. Literally, you see. So it's going to make a very big move where it eats like 2 or 3 or even 4 zeros overnight, literally in one night. It's what I'm thinking, according to that vision that I had, you know, where I went to sleep and I woke up in the morning and I saw like over $200,000 in my account from just $100 worth of BNB Tiger. That is coming. But first, it has to smash these levels of resistance here first. Yeah, and why do I think it's getting ready to do that currently? It's going to smash these levels of resistance like nothing. Why is it going to do that? Well, I saw that the devs behind BNB Tiger held this, what do you call it again? This vote. And they wanted to know if they were to wait and to continue with the further development of BNB Tiger, or if they were to just go ahead and do a burn. And when I saw that, I immediately thought to myself, you know what? BNB Tiger has way too many zeros. I think I had screenshot the amount of zeros that it has. And if I find it on my phone again, I'll just put it here on the screen so you guys can see. It's a number that can't even be counted. So I was thinking that, no, BNB Tiger has way too many zeros. It has to start burning very soon. So I voted burn, and the majority voted burn. I think it was 90-something% voted for BNB Tiger to be burnt. And so when I saw the high percentage rate, I thought, yes, a burn for BNB Tiger is definitely coming. I was certain. And then not long after that, the devs came up and said that they're going to have a burn within 5 days. And I think that was from Tuesday, I think it was from Tuesday. So I'm expecting this burn on Saturday, which is today, from between today into tomorrow. So it's going to be in between Saturday and Sunday, tomorrow. We're going to see this burn. And I'm expecting it to be a substantial amount, guys. At least half of what it is right now. Now, why is this important? A burning the tokens. And for you guys who don't understand, whenever you burn the tokens, they're gone forever. You're basically reducing the supply, like the total supply of the token, thereby making it more scarce. You see, so that is what is getting ready to occur. And it's not as simple as some people think. It's actually very important, guys. I'm going to use Shiba Inu for an example. So I think it was back in 2021, right? Shiba Inu had a lot of coins, just like this BNB Tiger, guys. It was very similar to this BNB Tiger, where it had an excessive amount, too many tokens, guys. So the devs gave, I think it was half of that large amount of Shiba Inu to Vitalik Buterin, I think his name is. That's the CEO of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, right? So they gifted him, Mr. Vitalik, half of Shiba Inu's total supply. And what he did was he took 90% of what he was given and he burnt it immediately and kept the other 10% for himself. Guys, you know what occurred just shortly after that burn in 2021? That burn contributed to the explosive move that occurred with Shiba Inu in I think it was started in April of 2021, if I'm to remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure, but man, Shiba Inu just exploded after that. And if you guys, you can go ahead and do a research on this. It was shortly after this burn, and I think it also came out in the news that the explosive rise in Shiba Inu was as a result of that burn as well. And BNB Tiger is getting ready to have a burn. And trust me, this is not going to be the last burn either. It's not going to be the last burn. And I've went through my comments and I've seen a lot of comments where many of you guys are always calculating like the market cap for the coins, which is, the price times the circulating supply, trying to figure out how high or how much money you could make from a coin. Listen, you can't do that because you're missing a lot of pieces, a lot of factors. One factor, I did say in a previous video that I'm not going to share why BNB Tiger is going to $1. But I might give you a hint right here. Okay, I'm just going to give you a hint. So one of those factors is the US dollar, which you guys haven't been factoring into your equations. You haven't been thinking about what will happen and how will it affect these coins whenever the US dollar loses a significant amount of its value. Like, for example, if it were to tumble down to 50% of its current value, how would that affect these coins? That's one factor. The second factor is we're going to use examples like, an example like ETN that has its own wallet. So in the near future, and I'm not even going to say the near future, currently, a coin like ETN that you can use to spend in the real world via their app. What do you think would happen if BNB Tiger happens to create its own wallet, or it doesn't even have to create its own wallet? There can be other wallets where they allow BNB Tiger to be spent to purchase items, to purchase services, just like Electroneum. In that case, you won't have to be comparing it to the dollar because it in itself is money and can be used as money and spent as money. In that case, right, if you have 1 trillion or 2 trillions or 10 trillions or 50 trillion, you don't have to compare it with the US dollar because it itself has value. It is money. So you won't have to be thinking about how you're going to exchange it and take it from the exchange. No. You haven't been factoring that aspect of it. You won't need to exchange it in the times that are coming, just like ETN. Because if you have a substantial amount of ETN, right, and ETN suddenly spikes up to $1, and you can spend it on a plethora of things, to purchase goods and services, basically 80% of things that the US dollar currently can purchase. Would you be thinking to exchange that ETN for the US dollar, especially the US dollar that is continuously losing its value? No. It would be a tiny amount if you think to exchange that ETN for the US dollar. You would be thinking to exchange. You wouldn't be thinking to exchange it at all. No, because the ETN would have the more value. And then you wouldn't want to exchange it at that time. You see? So it'd be the same thing with BNB Tiger. You'd want to hold on to your BNB Tiger because its value would appreciate against the dollar. I really hope someone's getting this. And that's about to occur not only with BNB Tiger, but with several other cryptocurrencies. Their value is about to appreciate against the US dollar because the US dollar is on a steady decline. And it's getting ready to lose up to 50% of its value. And many of you guys, I said, you've never factored in that and considered how would something like that, a 50% devaluation of the US dollar, how would that affect these coins, these tokens, these cryptocurrencies? In a case like that, and especially if many other avenues pop up, like the ETN app where you can spend them in the real world, you're not going to be thinking about exchanging it for the US dollar. No, that's of the past because it's a new system now. As a matter of fact, there is a new system that I've shared with you in previous videos that has just been launched in July, and the deadline is coming up in November. The SWIFT system, all of that is being changed overnight, you see. And so we're going into a cryptocurrency world where crypto is going mainstream. So think of it that way, guys. And this is actually good news for you guys, right? Because in this way, there will be many multi-millionaires, billionaires, and even trillionaires. But there's also another factor, which is the burn factor. BNB Tiger is not going to have all of these numbers as you guys have seen and what you're getting ready to see. The number is about to be reduced dramatically. And like you said, this is not going to be the last burn. Guys, not only for BNB Tiger, many more burns are coming. Burns are coming for Volt Inu. There's a burn that's coming whenever it smashes its all-time high that has been promised and is going to occur. Burns are coming for BNB Tiger. Burns are coming for Pepe and many of you guys' favorite meme coins out there. They're going to be burnt. So whenever you see these large numbers of circulating supply or total supply, you can't calculate the market cap and judge by that because you don't know how it's going to play out in the future. You see, in the future, the prices and the total supplies are going to be reduced dramatically. Even this BNB Tiger, I'm expecting several other more burns in the future. And as for this burn, I'm thinking it's going down to at least 50% of its total supply currently is gone. Is gone, guys. What does that mean? It means that BNB Tiger is getting that much rare. You just wait until the FOMO kicks in for this thing. I tell you, all the big players are going to want peace. Everyone, Elon Musk, even Donald Trump, the lot of them. Whenever the FOMO kicks in for this and they see that this coin is minting millionaires left and right, and it comes on the news, they're going to come in. But guess what? They're going to come in when it's far too late because we've already bought in from it was all the way down at the bottom. We are whales. I had to say that, guys. We are BNB Tiger whales. Yes, currently. Every one of us who now holds BNB Tiger, we are whales, guys. We are whales right now. Even as half of the total supply of BNB Tiger is now about to be burnt. And more burns are coming. Just like Shiba Inu. Remember Shiba Inu? It was just like this. It was burnt and then the price exploded. The exact same thing's about to occur. How do I know this? Because Yah has shown me these high prices coming in the future. And it's either one or a combination of these things is going to contribute to the price explosion that Yah has shown not only myself, but to several other people as well. So there you have it, guys. Look at BNB Tiger. Beautiful. You see? is getting ready to come right up here. Once it gets up here, it's going to smash that level of resistance like nothing, like a hot knife through butter. It's cutting through here. You just wait, because the supply is about to be reduced and the tokens are getting that much rare. And once it smashes here and starts going up, my goodness, up to the 247 up, that's when the FOMO is going to kick in. And we're going to experience a price explosion unlike any other, guys. It's going to surprise a lot of people. But it's not only for BNB Tiger as well. Like I said, there are several other coins. It's just that Tiger has the greatest ROI, which is, return on investment. You could literally spend $1. I know a good amount of people who have just spent $1 while it was all the way down here. Look at that, all the way down here. At that, $1 down here, I think could buy like 100 trillion. You could just spend like $1 and become a multi-millionaire, make hundreds of millions of dollars from BNB Tiger, because of how high it's going. BNB Tiger in the future is going well over $1. Over $1, guys. And at first, when I had mentioned that, many, again, they run to calculating, the market cap. But like I said, there are several things that you haven't been factoring in. The US dollar, and the fact that you may not have to exchange it for the US dollar. Just by holding it, it has value in itself. And you can use it like money, because it is money. That is coming. It's very, very soon. I promise you this. You won't necessarily have to exchange it at some point in the future. You'll just be able to, via the app, use several cryptocurrencies as cash, as I've seen it with XLM. XLM, guys, is literal money. It's digital money, guys. And very soon you're going to be using it to, buy plane tickets, to buy food and goods and services, along with Shiba Inu, BNB Tiger, and all of these cryptocurrencies, guys. It's going to be much more easy. The bridges are coming. So yeah, guys, before I make this video here too long, I'm just going to cut it off right here. So there's very good news coming up for BNB Tiger. For all of you guys who have been holding, you hold on to your coins. Don't sell them. I tell you, the one who sells BNB Tiger is very brave. That soul is very, very brave. You better hold on to them, because just like the vision that Yah showed to me, whenever these waves of liquidity comes in, it's going to push the prices up to new levels, and people are going to be left behind. Now, guys, that's all I want to share here in this video concerning BNB Tiger. I've been rambling for far too long now. You guys take good care of yourselves. Peace and shalom. Until next time.